Hey guys, it's your girls Carissa
and Amber,
and we are NaturallyGG. We get asked all the time, questions like how often do we shampoo our hair? How often do we trim our hair? So today we just wanted to come and give some pointers on trimming your natural hair.
Yes, trimming is so very important. We love to trim our hair. Well, we don't love it, but it's so necessary to a healthy hair journey.
Well, everybody's hair is different. Some people need to trim their hair more often than others, and it's even different for me and my sister.
So how often do you trim your hair?
I trim my hair as needed. I don't have like a cut regimen or a trim regimen. Depending on the state of my hair, depending on how well I'm treating my hair, depending on, the weather conditions, so many things can affect my ends and how they feel. And I know I need to trim my hair if at the end of my twist out, my curl isn't up to par. If it's not snapping back, if my curl at the end of my twist is snapping back, that's an indication for me personally that I might want to do a further evaluation of my ends, and then maybe a dusting might be necessary. And I say dusting because sometimes I don't need a full cut or trim. I just might need to take, a knot out here and there, or just a slight fray on one part of my head, and I don't necessarily need to do a full-fledged cut.
Yeah, a little something.
How often do you trim?
So I trim my hair, I am on a regimen and a schedule. I trim my hair every 3 to 4 months, and in doing that, I avoid really cutting my hair. So I know I need to trim my hair when my ends are just like dry and lacking shine, and when my ends just not up. That's when I know I need to trim.
Single strand knots are like
the double.
They're every natural's like worst nightmare, because they cause you to have to really cut your hair, and one knot might lead to more knots.
Yeah, and there's no way to undo a single strand knot, unfortunately. I mean, it's so tight, you can't like take it loose.
And I've had to cut out a couple.
Yeah.
But in addition to single strand knots, obviously having splits in your hair, and the hair can actually split not only at the ends, but even throughout the hair shaft.
Yeah, so it's really important to inspect your hair. I know it sounds really tedious, but that's the only way you'll really know if your strands are damaged.
So Amber has a fabulous protective style today. She actually just got back from the beauty shop. I love your braids, boo. Super cute.
I love it.
Yes, and then I just blew out my hair right before we shot this video, just to kind of show you guys some loose hair so that we can inspect my hair to see what's needed. Now, I don't have a cut regimen per se, but I do kind of like to trim, like to dust, as I like to say, every so often. Especially because last year I put color on my hair. If you guys noticed, it was real subtle, but the color did kind of change the way I like my hair to look and feel. Amber can inspect my hair, help me inspect. Normally, I don't need help trimming my hair, but for the sake of today, I'm gonna have my sister, since she's here, help me to inspect my ends.
And everyone's different as far as the state of their hair when they're cutting. We like to actually have our hair stretched out like Carissa's hair is, so we can really see where it's even and where it's uneven. That just works best for us.
And so last year I cut probably a total of maybe like 3 inches off my hair, because again, I kind of like to keep this length for different reasons. So Amber, if you can just help me inspect my ends. It's not totally blown out or flat ironed at all by any means. So, getting a good baseline, having your hair be as straight as possible, just so that you can know what you're cutting and where you're cutting.
So it's good to like section your hair either in halves or in 4 quadrants. And what I like to do is I put my palm, I put it behind the section so I can really see which strands have knots and which strands are split. It just kind of helps me see a little better. You
can use a piece of paper, just creating the contrast, between your hair and something that is, obviously contrasting.
So actually, Carissa's ends look pretty good.
I cut them a lot.
Looks better than mine. I don't see too many knots. I see like a few here and there. I don't really see any split ends, so that's really good.
That's exciting.
Good job, boo.
Thank you.
She's been on it. So when we dust, like Carissa stated, it's just a little nip, maybe like less than 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so when we dust, like we said, it's less than 1/4 of an inch. So Carissa doesn't necessarily need it today, but if we were to do it, then it'll just be if you can see that, just that much. We get our shears from Sally's Beauty Supply, but you can really get them from any hair store or beauty supply.
Wow. So that's it, guys. Just a super quick video to talk about trimming. We'll let you guys know more about our shampooing and just overall updated natural hair regimens in another video.
Absolutely. So if you have any questions about how we trim our hair, just feel free to leave a comment below and we'll answer.
And how often do you trim? We want to know. So leave comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.
See you in the next one.
Bye.